beautiful people, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be showing you 5 very easy meal ideas that you can give your children for school lunch. These are very easy, really. Lots of sauces, but I like that sauces are very adjustable. You can do them how you like. You can, customize them to what your family likes. So let's just start with the first one. Okay, I really enjoyed this. I've never had my potatoes like this before, but I was like, people roast their potatoes. I didn't want to roast. I wanted to kind of fry, shallow fry, not deep fry. So that's what I did, and then I kind of made it into like a stir fry. So these are sweet potatoes. I just put them in oil, left them to fry a little bit, and just kept on stirring them. Then I took them out of the pot, and then I went in to start with the sauce. So the sauce is just a base of whatever it is that you have available or that you like. So one thing I would say that has really helped me with school lunch is, of course, planning the day before. School runs in the morning. There's not so much you can do in the morning. If there's something you don't have, you definitely might not be able to go out to get it. So always try to plan the evening before, the afternoon before, the day before, days before. And I also like to have veggies in the fridge. This is so important. It doesn't matter if I'm foreseeing a particular meal. I just like to have chopped veggies in the fridge because they come in so handy. Another thing that I love to have as well in my freezer, and I have a lot of, is leftover stew. Absolutely amazing for any jollof based meal. I love to use leftover stew. So always have chopped veggies, because you can just throw this in to a very simple meal and it will just work, and it will come out looking really good, and your children will know that you made some kind of effort. So this is what this potato is looking like at this point, and it tasted so good. The next meal is SUYA noodles, and I started making this when my husband would buy me SUYA the night before. Most times he brings me SUYA and it's too late. I feel uncomfortable when I eat meat very late at night. So most times when he brings me ram SUYA, or beef SUYA, I will just keep it in the freezer. And then one day I needed to make noodles for the children, and I wanted something inside. My children don't like plain noodles. My children hardly ever eat noodles. And in the last video I shared with you guys, someone said they thought I was going to make noodles and egg, and I didn't include it because noodles is not something I give my children all the time. I give them once in a very long while, and they don't even like plain noodles. So that morning I wanted to make something, and then I remembered I had ram SUYA in the freezer, and that was how I started making this. This is so delicious, you guys. I can't even explain. It is beautiful. The flavor, so amazing. And because I'm using ram SUYA and I used leftover stew, as you could see, I didn't use all of the spices. I think I cooked 3 packs of Hungry Man noodles, and I used just 1 pack of the seasoning, because that seasoning is very salty, so I had to tone down on it. So I just used 1 pack. I didn't bother using the oils that come with it, because the SUYA, of course, as you can see me doing, I'm lightening up the base just so that the noodles has some kind of liquid to cook it in, so it's not too dry. So this is what it looked like at the end of the day. Very delicious, very moist, and they took this with boiled eggs to school. So this next meal is a very delicious one. I absolutely enjoyed. I'm using fresh minced meat, and I'm just going to season my minced meat with oregano, some seasoning, some onion powder, and then ginger and garlic paste, which I use for every single thing. I'm going to use my hand and then make sure that this goes round properly, and then I'm going to put this to sit for a while. So these are things that you can do the day before, just so that morning meal preps are very easy and they're very fast as well. So I'm also going to be slicing yam. Let me know, where do you slice your yam from, the head or the bottom? I know that from where my father comes from, they slice yam from one part. I don't know if it's the head or the bottom, but let me know if this is a thing where you come from. I know that when I was younger, my mom would always say slice yam from, I'm not sure if it's head or bottom. I just slice from anywhere, really. Once my yam is cooked, I'm going to go ahead and make my sauce. So the first thing I will do is to fry my minced meat in little oil. Don't be like me, my oil was a little bit too much. I'm just going to also season, because of course I'm going to use a lot more in this sauce and I need that seasoning to go round. I'm going to fry my onions, ginger and garlic paste, put in the seasonings you like. I use thyme, oregano, a little bit of curry, and I'm going to be using this Italian chopped tomatoes I've had in my pantry for so long, so I decided to use it. And then I'm just going to let this sit and fry on very, very low heat while I attend to other things. I also had my kitchen assistant in the kitchen with me, so you can see her trying to stir. Once it's fried and the oil has come to the top, I'm going to put a little more seasoning, onion powder. I also use this onion shallots dehydrated thing. I like it, I use it. Anything onion based, anything that has onions, I would always use it. So once it's cooked, I'm going to pour in my spring onions and green pepper. I really love the flavor that green pepper gives to minced meat. Any minced meat sauce, in fact many sauces, green pepper just gives this very beautiful flavor that I really love. So it also gave some color. Look at the burst of colors. You know, when your children see it, they say, "Mommy tried. Mommy has done a good job for us today." Okay. So this is really delicious. I had to taste it again and again and again and again, and then I added some water just to loosen it up, because most times when I make lunch, I make for the whole family, so I don't have to go into the kitchen twice. So for most meals I make for all of us to eat at once. So I had to add a little more water just so that it's a little bit loose. It was absolutely delicious. This particular meal is a very loved sauce. I enjoyed this as a child. My mom made a lot of mackerel fish sauce when we were children, and I always enjoy it, and my children enjoy it when she makes it now. So this is something that I love giving my children. Make sure that you are buying this particular species of mackerel, because now in Lagos they even mix it up with the cheaper one that doesn't taste as good. So I'm going to boil my fish. Once the fish is boiled, I'm going to debone it. This is the longest process in this meal, and I absolutely hate it. So this is one step that you can do the day before, just so that you can cut out the long number of minutes that this will take, because if you do this in a hurry, you would have bone there, and your children are going to eat bone. So you want to make sure that you take your time, or you do this a day before and maybe put your fish in the freezer. So that took some time. I'm also going to be using some bleached oil. I had some bleached oil stored away, so I used a little bit of that. Fried my onions, used my ginger and garlic paste as per usual, went in with some blended tomato and pepper, a little bit of seasoning, some crayfish. Put all the seasoning that you like, personally, all the seasonings you love. And then I'm just going to let this sit and fry till the oil settles on top, or sits on top. So once we pour in the fish stock and our fish, this meal is ready. Delicious, nutritious, and kind of quick to make, apart from the deboning process. So before I start talking about this, I'm sorry for the people that don't break their spaghetti. I break mine into 3 because that's how my children like to eat their spaghetti, into 3. So I'm going to parboil my spaghetti and I'm going to rinse off just so that I can stop the cooking process so it's not too soft and soggy. And then I'm going to fry my onions, ginger and garlic as usual. Is there any meal I didn't make here without ginger and garlic? I don't know. What would I do without ginger and garlic paste? Love it. And then I'm going to use blended tomatoes and pepper, which is also something that I always have in my freezer. I feel like I use this for a lot of meals, so I must always have it available. I put in my onion powder, all of your seasonings, and then I'm also going to be using some leftover stew. I told you guys I don't play with leftover stew. This is leftover chicken stew, and this is just going to give this a lot more flavor because I don't have beef stock or chicken stock. I'm going to be using this vegetable stock. I didn't notice anything different. I don't know if maybe I used too little, but anyway, I didn't notice anything different in the meal. I'm going to pour in my spaghetti, put some foil over it, and then I'm going to throw in a few veggies that I had left in the fridge. As I said, having veggies in your fridge you just have to for days like this, so your meals don't look as plain. Okay, and you too, you can feel like you have done something. Ready, I'm going to throw in my bell peppers, spring onions and green pepper. I'm just going to stir, and school lunch is ready. Tastes delicious and it looks very good as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found these recipes easy, and they're also able to kind of give you other ideas, you know, for other meals that you can possibly make for your children to have for school lunch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.